So it's my distinct pleasure to make the first introduction, and that is to Acting Director Marc Smith from DCFS. Marc was appointed by Governor Pritzker in April of 2019. Prior to that appointment, Marc was the Executive Vice President at Aunt Martha's Health and Wellness, Illinois' largest provider of services for families in crisis. And he was there since about 2009. What some of you might not know about Marc is he served for a long period of time on the board of Illinois CASA back when we were like a little tiny organization with a budget of about $150,000. Marc has known CASA since his work as a caseworker. He's been a consistent supporter, and we just really thank him for taking some time out of his busy schedule to be with us. I think we can all agree that Marc might have one of the hardest jobs in the state of Illinois, ensuring the safety and well-being of really vulnerable families and children. I can only imagine the complexity of coming onto an agency like that and having COVID be sort of your responsibility too. It's a lot to manage. I will say that one of the COVID-19 silver linings is the renewed sense of working together, not just CASA, not just DCFS, but everybody that's involved in the lives of needy children. And we look forward to growing that next year, and just can't thank the director enough for the cooperation, not just of him being here today, but all of the senior staff right down to their caseworkers. So Director Smith, welcome, sir.
Hello, thank you for that wonderful introduction. And really, I appreciate being invited to have this conversation today. I really look fondly back on my time working with CASA, being on the Illinois board. I really met some wonderful people and really got to participate in some very positive activities, which gave me a different level of insight into the work that the volunteers at CASA do. And like you said, I spent many years as a caseworker in the child welfare field, and I had a lot of very positive interactions with CASA volunteers, and really believe that the opportunity and the level of care that the volunteers have really produce a very positive result and a very positive influence in our child welfare family across the state of Illinois. I don't want to take up too much time and screen time. But I do want to make sure that you understand how much I appreciate all of the volunteers and the work that they do. As you can tell from the background of my picture, I'm calling from the road. I've been driving to Springfield and really had been having opportunity to see staff and people who are working in the field, who are continuing to deliver services to protect children. And we're very positive and feeling like our system from the private and public arms and our other partners throughout child welfare have really stepped up and made Illinois, and should be making Illinois proud by the work that we're all doing together. So let me start by saying, and of course, increasing my thanks for you letting me participate today. Thank you, Illinois CASA, for the incredible support that you've shown to the Department of Children and Family Services, our children, and families over the years. Your support has been particularly important during this incredibly challenging time that we're all facing together. While DCFS is central to the child welfare system, we never do this work alone. Every day, we work hand in hand with judges, state's attorneys, and law enforcement, with the ACLU and the Cook County Public Guardian and the Child Advocacy Centers, and with thousands of CASA volunteers in dozens of counties across the state. There's no better example of collaboration with our child welfare system than CASA volunteers working as a team member with our caseworkers and the guardians ad litem to ensure that the child that we support have an entire team on their side looking out for them. You are profoundly important advocates and in the best interest of our children and family safety. I am particularly proud of your willingness to work together to make urgent and necessary changes to our system in response to the spread of COVID-19. We know that one of the keys to helping our children overcome this trauma of abuse and neglect is having stable relationships with an adult. Many of you play a role in the lives of children. You provide caring, consistent adult connections with children when they need it most. The commitment all of you have made during your continued volunteering during this crisis has been instrumental to the children and to shining a light on these dark times. My understanding of just how important your work is goes far beyond my current role at DCFS. Like I said at the beginning, I really value and treasure the time that I spent working as a volunteer board member for Illinois CASA. And the lessons that I learned there inform my work today. We are all here today because April is Child Abuse Prevention Month. I wish we didn't need to do these kinds of events every year. I wish that abuse of children in Illinois that they suffer from would stop and all of us could find other work to do. But until that day comes, this work will not end. DCFS will keep adapting and responding to the challenges and the nature of this work and collaborate with partners like all of you. Until all children in Illinois thrive in a safe, permanent, and loving home. There are countless heroes in this fight against child abuse, among child protection investigators, caseworkers, residential providers. We also must acknowledge the volunteers who every day continue to join us in protecting children from the harm of abuse and neglect. I am incredibly proud to serve the children of Illinois alongside you, and I'm eternally grateful and eternally thankful that you share our deep commitment to these children. On behalf of everyone at DCFS, thank you.